and welcome to the Heroic Vision YouTube channel. I'm Alan, as a lot of you know already. We're on the set of my film Nocturnal Part 2 right now, and can't keep this up too long. We're just gonna go over next my next video that I shot with Robert Samborski from Apollo Gym and Apollo Nutrition. We're doing our annual 2021 supplement industry review segment once again, and I think you guys will enjoy what's going on. So sit back and relax. Enjoy the show, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to part 3 of our yearly discussion. Our yearly supplement industry review discussion. The first 2 always hit it pretty big, and you guys wanted more. It's the yearly wrap-up, end of the year wrap-up. And you sent a lot of questions, a ton of questions that we had to narrow it down. I'm going to read from this board, okay? I don't have the best memory, so I'm with Robert here from Apollo Nutrition, as you all know by now. And we are here to give a no-holds-barred Q&A with my friend here. And feelings may be hurt, and I'm sorry you had it coming to you. And those who've done an honest job in the industry, you will be congratulated and you will be acknowledged. We're trying to acknowledge as many people as we can. If you don't mind.
Go ahead.
All set to go?
All set.
All right. So let's get this going. I'm going to say congratulations on a very successful year, a huge year. You did exactly what you promised. I mean, Apollo went from a small, hardcore, not underground. What did you say, underground? Not underground, really. But
a gym brand.
A gym brand. Yeah, a small gym brand to a major force to be reckoned with. I mean, like everyone who knows supplements knows that name, Apollo Nutrition. Apollo Nutrition has actually has it gotten bigger than the name of the gym because it's everywhere.
Much bigger.
Yeah,
much bigger.
So
Yeah.
it's much bigger. I mean, you're smashing everyone. Everything in its path. You go through every type of supplement. I mean, you're in. What do you say? It's not reinventing yourself. Would you say reinventing yourself? No, it's like
probably stepping up, kind of just raising the bar a little bit.
You're always trying to find ways which you can do better from the last time. That's what it is.
I believe that's the name of the game. Yeah.
Yeah, you're always trying to see what I can do from the last formula, right? That's what I would say.
Yeah, it's fairly accurate. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, releasing products left and right every couple of weeks. Like, hey, I got something new coming out. So I'm like, Jesus, oh my God, it's always something new on the horizon. And look, you signed Branch Warren. That was crazy, right? So Branch Warren and hardcore, that's the name.
Hand in hand.
Yeah, hand in hand with Apollo, because Apollo's been known to being a very hardcore brand. So you had the All-Star Seminar, which was extremely successful. He had collabs with the TJ Fitness Deal from Fitness Deal News. Pre-workouts exploded in popularity, like Hooligan and stuff like that. Hooligan and Assassin. You know what I mean? You always hear about that left and right. You even got a partnership with Gasp.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty insane. And you said the end of 2020, you was going to be a brand of the year, and everyone knows by now you got to be brand of the year. There's always something new and exciting, always stepping up the game.
I think that when it comes to a brand of the year, I just I wholeheartedly believe that it's that when you set a goal for yourself, you have to basically do 100%. You have to give it 100%.
Yeah.
You have to go, all out on it. And I wholeheartedly believe that at the end of 2020 that, if we were mentioned as one of the top brands, then why not to be the top brand of the year? And
right.
that was the goal that I set myself for the team, for the brand, and I do believe that we achieved that brand. I mean, facts speak for themselves. We did exactly what we promised to do. We delivered on all fronts. I mean, changed every formula, upgraded every formula, and every formula, speaks for itself. It's better than the previous one. And then we also released so many new products that I actually lost count. I really have to go back and count what we did this year, but I know it was on average probably 1 to 2 products minimum this every month, but I think actually way more than that. I know that between November and December is like 10 at least. So wow. It was a huge challenge, especially for a smaller company.
Right.
But I think that the goal was set, and I think goal was achieved, and I don't think anyone can dispute that. Will we win the brand of the year? I don't know. I honestly
think you
know.
should. A lot of people think you should.
You know what?
A lot of legit people and honest people.
I'll say
that you should.
I'll say this. I think we already won. Honestly, I think that we already won. It's very
not being biased. I think so too.
No, you know what? I'm just like I looked at it like last year when I talked to Shane and the guys from the Final Scoop. I honestly, even when the name was mentioned as one of the top 5 or top 10 brands, I didn't even consider us to be anywhere near the top. And I was just being honest, about it, because we didn't deserve to be even top 3, I believe.
Yeah.
This year, again, the stats, the facts, they speak for themselves, and they cannot be disputed. Whoever awards Brand of the Year, whatever platform awards Brand of the Year, it's irrelevant because, we all know how this industry works.
Yeah.
We know what's behind the scenes. Everybody knows. Even the brands that so-called winning the various titles, they know how it works. So, it's to nobody's surprise if somebody wins who doesn't deserve to win. It happened before. I'm not talking about Shane right now. I'm not talking about Stacked.
Right.
We all know who I'm talking about, but it's not the point. The point is that it is very subjective. And, it's like bodybuilding. Sometimes the best man does not win, and it's not very hard, it's not very challenging to state the reason why he didn't win.
Right.
You can always come up with something. You were not hard enough, you were not big enough, you were not conditioned enough. Right. There are so many things. So as much as I would like, just for my team and for the hard work that we put in, to be acknowledged fairly, I already spoke to my team and I said that, I have nothing but pride. I think we've done an absolutely outstanding job in being a smaller brand. I think we made a lot of noise, and we brought to the table something that I don't think anyone has brought this year, and I'm tremendously proud. I'm tremendously proud of it. So it's irrelevant, really, what's going to happen in the next month or so. But at the same time, there is still hope that there is justice in the world. I guess that's a little bit naive and maybe romantic to an extent. Right. But again, I have nothing to prove. I think I've proved everything. I literally kept my word. And I delivered.
Man, you were a workhorse this year, man. He's constantly putting out stuff, man, surprising people, amazing people. Reviews left and right all over the board have been off the charts, man. Tremendous job from Apollo Nutrition.
Thank you.
Off the charts. Okay, we're going to shortly, let's get right into it. We're going to get into these questions, all right?
Sure.
What do you think of competitors, for example, like Raw Nutrition, Ghost, Glaxon, Action Sledge, NutriBio, Core, and the others? What's your opinion about those guys?
I really don't think about them as a competition, to be honest. I'm not being disrespectful whatsoever. I think they all, some of them I like, some of them I like a little bit less.
Yeah.
But the thing is they're pretty well-known companies, and, out of that list, I always gave my respect to Ghost because I think that they're doing very innovative, very interesting things, and I think they differ from Palm to a great extent. But nevertheless, they've done a superb job because anything that is different, but yet when it's approached with good formulations and good products and right marketing, that deserves respect. So I have nothing but utmost respect for Ghost. Always respected NutriBio for the fact that each and every product is always fully dosed. It's fully dosed, it's fully transparent, and again, they don't exactly do things the way we do, but they don't have to.
Right.
Neither do we. But do I have respect for them? Yes. The other companies, I mean, I'm not gonna go one by one because completely irrelevant. Um, what my opinion is, but let's just say in some of those companies, I'm kind of disappointed. Some of them I actually praised last year, not so much this year. And even if you go and watch Final Scoop, I was a little bit critical, and I know that it might come off and as maybe either disrespectful or maybe because I'm biased because I own a brand myself, but it's nothing like that. You know, one brand can criticize another brand, especially when you have a podcast, and I do a podcast with a great group of people, and you know, when we discuss something, there was some criticism that Apollon took, and you know, I was able to answer those questions absolutely no problem. So it seems like sometimes there are numerous brands I was impressed with, and then for whatever reason, when I see new formulations or stuff like that, I can see, and I'm not the only one. I'm probably maybe I don't want to say the one who calls them out, but definitely one of those who calls them out because
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't tolerate bullshit. Yeah. I you know what? If you're gonna say something that is not true to my face, or maybe you know I'm gonna read about it, or you're gonna present it in a very dishonest way, I will call you out on that. I'm sorry. I'm just because I put again my heart and soul into it. So when I see some brands getting unfair recognition just because they pay off some people or they put some money into marketing, they have marketing money and stuff like that. But what about the good brands? What
Right.
about the ones that actually deserve respect? And I'm not talking about Apollon right now.
Right.
I'm talking about Morphogen. I'm talking about like a Pro. I'm talking about those brands that were started from scratch by these private individuals.
Like a press, Jeff Long's line, right?
Yeah. You know, the guy fucking puts everything into his brand.
Yeah.
Me and him had our differences in the past, but you know, we got to talk, and thankfully we squashed that.
Right.
And again, I'm not going to go into that, but the bottom line is we do things slightly differently, but at the same time, you cannot dispute the fact that Jeff Long puts everything into his products.
Right.
He fully doses the shit out of his
Stands
products.
by his products,
and
yes.
yeah, and he's really he cares about his brand. It's a small brand, but it doesn't get no respect and doesn't get no recognition. I mean, let me rephrase it. It does, but not as widely as some of the brands that actually can't even stand next to him when it comes to formulations and when it comes to products. And I think that is wrong. I think that's what's wrong. You know, if you are, for example, like a channel like yours, or there are certain people who are reviewing products or whatnot, give a little respect to the smaller guy. You know, make yourself look like you at least care about the industry, because all of you motherfuckers are talking about how much you care about the industry, but at the end of the day, your actions speak louder than your words, because clearly you don't. You're praising those who pay you, but at the same time neglecting, overlooking those who have amazing formulas and really doing something great in the industry. And those small guys, they're also growing. Don't forget, you know, they may be not growing at the same rate as the bigger companies because they don't have the marketing money, they don't have the investors, they don't have the same input, but they still doing a tremendous job. And I think they deserve a little bit more respect and hype. And if you really care about the industry, then you should care about people who are buying those overpriced junk products with fancy labels, and paying arm and leg for them when the formulas cost like $5 or $6, but they have to pay $50 to $60. That's just, to me, that is absolutely fucking wrong. So, you know, it is what it is. I just don't think of anyone as a competition. I'm my own competition. I'm trying to raise the bar and get better with each and every time.
Oh, nice. Okay. Apollon is known for its pre-workouts, right? When you look at pre-workouts, what do you look for, and what does it mean to have a good pre-workout?
I talked about this before a few times, and you know, I stated my opinion that I don't believe that there is such thing as the best pre-workout, because everybody has different goals and needs and whatnot. But I'll tell you what I'm not looking for in a pre-workout. I'm definitely not looking for any illegal substances hidden in the proper blend. That's, to me, automatically is a big no.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit, you know, how it hits. And I know TJ has this thing about the labels are just labels. And to which, like I said, I always say this. I agree to an extent, but I also disagree. Because the thing is, anything can hit anything. You can have a prop blend that's going to hit you like a motherfucker,
Yeah.
but at the same time, maybe it's spiked with illegal substances. So you might feel like you're getting that energy, but where does this energy come from? You know, where was it manufactured? How it was manufactured? So that plays a huge part in it too. So if I see a prop blend, I really don't care how it hits. I do want to see the open label. to me, label is not just label because it says a lot about it. I also want to make sure that that the product is manufactured in a right facility under the right circumstances, and has some kind of either third-party testing, manufactured in GMP facility that actually somebody gives a shit about, and it's getting tested and checked and whatnot. That's number one. Number two, I'm definitely not looking for theanine in a pre-workout. When I see theanine in a pre-workout, I think that it's just a mislabeled.
I relate theanine to relaxation and sleep.
that to me, and
that's a product they put in a lot of sleep formulas.
It is. It's a. Robert likes it in some of the nootropics. I really don't give a shit about it in a nootropic, and I definitely don't give a shit about it when it comes to a pre-workout.
Yeah, once I see theanine in a pre-workout, I'm like, I don't know about it.
I just talked actually to TJ about it when one of my favorite formulas, when I looked at it, and I'm going to say it, it was Alpha-Line. When I saw the formula, I was like, whoa, this is impressive, Up until I saw the huge dose of theanine, I was like, okay, this is a letdown. So if I see theanine, to me, that's an automatic no, regardless of how good the formula is.
Kind of like defeats the purpose of having that.
Yeah, I don't see it. S7. S7 was supposed to be this, great breakthrough pump ingredient.
The next big thing type of deal.
That, honestly, is just crap.
Is it the next arginine? Is that what you say? Is it like arginine?
Yeah, next level. But the thing is that it's not even overpriced because it's not that expensive. It's just a trademark ingredient that is absolute bullshit. It looks good on a label because it has a little TM next to it. So, some of the brands think that they can sell it better. So it's a complete window dressing. So when I see it, I cannot take the pre-workout seriously because to me that's just a letdown. I don't like it. And then what Shane said once, I believe that I think it was Shane, where he sees paradoxin in a pre-workout. I also don't get it because to me that's a thermogenic, that's a fat burning. I just don't understand why it's in a pre-workout unless, of course, it's a pre-workout that is also a fat burner.
Unless they want you to make you think when your body temperature goes up because of the paradoxine that it's really kicking. Maybe I'm just trying
by the time this video is probably going to come out, we actually releasing something to that extent. I'm not going to say much more.
You see, he keeps putting stuff out. He keeps it's never ending. There's more and more stuff out. He's like an iPhone. Just when you think you got the latest iPhone, you got the 13 Pro, we announced the 14. So he's like the iPhone of this. Yeah, he's always trying to one up the other.
Yes, it's definitely something that can be part of a pre-workout. Like for example, again, Alpha-Line has, I believe, they burned something. Alpha-Line, human burn something. They pre-workout basically that is also a fat burner. I like that. Mm-hmm. So paradoxin, I guess it depends on what kind of formula it is. But yeah, theanine, S7, prop blends, tyrosine when it's under 750, 500. Well, basically under those crap. I'm not big into that, so I'm always looking forward to seeing something that works. And like I said, NutraBio, Morphogen, Leica Pro, those are the brands that I constantly see dosing it the right way. And actually, speaking of Morphogen, Ben does have a theanine in his pre-workout, and we did have a very healthy, friendly argument about it. He likes it, I don't. And again, I respect somebody like him because I know he didn't do it for window dressing. Mm-hmm. He believes in it. He has, like I said earlier, he has a little bit of a different approach than I do. But nevertheless, it's not underdosed. So nevertheless, his customers are happy with the products that he makes. And I'll always respect that. So again, I'm speaking purely from a personal experience.
Oh, nice. All right.
Or preference.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. This is a concerning question here. This is like me, we're all bodybuilding fans. I love the sport. I've been following bodybuilding, professional bodybuilding, for the past 20 plus years. Watching Olympia constantly. Arnold Classic. Yes, exactly. Yes. So this has been a very bad year. A very bad year for bodybuilding because it's like almost every other week you hear about bodybuilders passing away. It's like it's alarming. It's scary. It's like, oh my God. It's like you keep hearing news like so and so had a heart attack. So and so just passed away. Look how many people we lost. This year. Everyone has their opinions. Everyone will speculate. It says it's drugs or the vaccine. Got other conspiracy theories. What is your thoughts on this craziness that's going on?
I'm a firm believer that unless you have facts, it's just a matter of opinion. So, we could always speculate, but the thing is like we might be hurting people or their families when we talk shit about stuff that we don't know.
Exactly.
So, bodybuilders were always dying. Athletes were always dying. People in general are always dying. Maybe it's a little bit more widespread right now because of the social media. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a little bit more known, but I think it's always been the case. I think that could it be the vaccine? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, again, everybody today is a doctor. Everybody today is an expert. Everybody has an opinion without actually knowing the facts. Right. Could be. Could not. I mean, it's like you cannot throw this shit around because what if the vaccine is actually one of those things that are actually very beneficial and might save the world? Mm-hmm. Again, I don't know, so don't quote me on that. I'm just saying. But with certainty to say, you can open any page where it's announced that a bodybuilder is dead, and it says it's the vaccine, or it says drugs. Drugs were always part of this industry, always. More or less. I mean, even today you have bodybuilders who are not taking a lot of drugs. They just have superior genetics, they eating right, they training right, they doing everything right. What about those people who are dying and they never touch drugs? Or they not vaccinated, but they fans of bodybuilding and maybe they training just as hard, but they died for whatever reason. Maybe some underlying condition, maybe genetics. I think that this is we're walking a very fine line of hurting people's feeling and destroying somebody's character. If we are talking specifically about Sean Rodden, because I know this is the biggest and probably the latest, Sean Rodden died for a reason that we don't know. Nobody knows. We don't know what it is. We could speculate, but why would we speculate?
That's always been speculations and opinions of what they thought it was.
Somebody, his parents, maybe his loved ones, they can go on social media and read all that crap that is very, very hurtful. Very hurtful.
Somebody said extremely hurtful. Somebody hurtful. Very popular. Oh my God.
And you know what? Why would you do that? The family's obviously.
And then they tried to backtrack out of it too damn late, bro.
Yeah, I mean, a family just lost a loved one, and you're really gonna do that? The guy. What we do know for a fact, though, is that the guy's been accused of very, big crime. And again, we don't know whether he did it or not. He was pretty much judged by his federation, and I'm going to say it because it's a fact. Mm-hmm. He was not stripped from a title, but he was not allowed to make a living. He was not allowed to compete. He was basically disrespected, and many people turned their backs on him without knowing the facts. What happened with...
He was guilty until proven
exactly
innocent.
What happened with that. So people turned their backs. The guy just won $400,000 in prize money. He just beat arguably one of the best bodybuilders on the planet. Mm-hmm. And his contracts, he lost. His, chance to compete in a sport that he loved so much was lost. I got to talk to Sean Rodden on few occasions, and he was nothing but respectful, nothing but class act. Does it make him innocent? No. Does it make him guilty? Hell no. Because nobody was there. Nobody knows the truth. It was never proven. And now the guy is gone, and he's never going to be able to clear his name. Right. For the rest of, definitely not his life, but for the rest of the time we alive, people are going to be speculating, did he do it, did he not do it? But the fact is, you'll never find out. Right. Because he was never given the right to defend himself. He never was, he was never able to clear his name. Yeah. Maybe to his friends and his loved ones who actually know him better than I do, better than you do. But other than that, you have those keyboard warriors who are jumping on social media and completely, destroying his good name. I can only say what I know from Guy Cisterino, who was one of his closest, if not the closest friend, who is a godfather to his daughter, that he was nothing but a great guy. I know that I talked to him on the phone a couple of times. We exchanged a couple of messages, and I've met him twice, I think, and he was nothing but a great guy. In terms of why he died, I don't know. I don't know, I mean, there are so many reasons why people die. And I think that instead of talking about his death, how about we celebrate his life?
Right.
How about talking about his accomplishment? How about what he was accused of? It was never proven. What was proven, though, that he was one of the greatest bodybuilders that ever lived. How about celebrating that? How about celebrating his achievements? How about celebrating him as a role model to other kids? I mean, his work ethics were second to none. I don't want to talk about why bodybuilders die, because to be honest with you, I don't know. Everybody has his own particular reason why they passed away. Mm-hmm. It could be from drugs. It could be from genetics. It could be from bad habits. It could be from recreational drug use. It could be from so many factors. But until we know facts, and even if we do know, how does your life change? Why should you care? Why should you care about bad decisions or something that happened to another person? If you're a fan of bodybuilding and a bodybuilder passed away, you know what? How about saying just rest in peace and thank you for motivating, thank you for inspiring, and let it go.
All right, next question. All right, your friend Guy Cisterino. He has some harsh, borderline threatening words for Shawn Ray.
Yeah.
Now, we know Guy can get somewhat overly aggressive, as we all know. He always, he was always like that. You think Guy is right, or did Shawn just express his opinion?
Guy's 100% right. Imagine you have a very close friend, a brother, somebody who you were so close with, somebody whose daughter is your goddaughter, mm-hmm. and all of a sudden somebody, fucking one of the biggest, if not the biggest pieces of shit in this industry, Shawn Ray, who is absolutely hated pretty much by everybody, would smear his name and do it publicly, with absolutely no facts, just because he's a bitter, jealous, disgusting human being. I mean, I always said Shawn Ray was one of my all-time favorite bodybuilders, but I was always speaking just based on his physique.
As a bodybuilder.
He was amazing.
As a competitive bodybuilder.
As a competitive bodybuilder.
As a person, that's a whole different story.
As a person, he is a piece of shit. I think Guy's reaction is 100% justified, mm-hmm. and I hope that Guy punches him in the face. I would hold Shawn Ray so Guy could punch him in the face. Right. I think I would even enjoy it, because you know what the thing is Shawn Ray's been a true bodybuilding bully. He's been insulting people. He disrespected his peers. He disrespected his fellow athletes, hiding behind the mask of journalism. You're not a fucking journalist. You're not. You don't even know what journalism means. You're not exposing the truth. You're not setting any records as to that your shit is the best and you know what's going on and you know the truth and everybody else is talking shit. You don't know anything. All you do is you come, you bitch, you complain, and you disrespect people, mm-hmm. even those that passed away. This guy was not even buried yet. And you coming on Dave Palumbo, I think also fucked up pretty badly. And I don't think people are giving Palumbo his deserved credit. I think that was a dick move. He said that he wanted to protect bodybuilders and health issues and mm-hmm. stuff like that. Oh, come on, nobody's going to do it. NPC's not going to do it. IFBB's not going to do it. It's completely pointless. Nobody's going to do health checks and stuff like that. So he knew very well. And even if you cared about bodybuilders and their health, I mean, don't you have a thing called Palumboism called Because of You? So you're really the last person who should be talking about health.
Yeah.
Because you set standards for the gods that are bigger than ever. And even so, if that's the truth, why would you talk to Shawn Ray? One person that nobody respects. One person that is known to be a hater. One person that is known to be a bully. Mm-hmm. You inviting him to talk about it? What is he, NPC's representative? I mean, a bitch, maybe. Representative, I doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Because only a fucking prostitute like Sean Ray would come on a show and say the things that he said.
Right.
Guy is 100% right. And, I'm proud of him for actually saying it out loud. And I hope that Sean Ray and Guy, they cross paths. And I hope that guy drops him. That would be very, very cool to see. And, I just hope that it's recorded so we could all enjoy it. Heck, I'd do it myself gladly.
Oh, man. Whew. All right, let's go into another. Get you going, man. My God, I got the blood going here. All right, another.
I'm actually in a good mood.
Yeah, another juicy topic. The Blackstone Labs saga. What's your take on everything that's going on?
I mean, again, I don't know all the details about the case, even though they did admit, that they did it. They did do it. They pleaded guilty and whatnot, but I don't know all the details about the case. And I have a rough idea. But I'll tell you this: I haven't interacted with PJ in a very long time. But PJ used to be a member of Paul and Jim. He used to come here back in the day. I mean,
I remember that.
Yeah, it was 10 or 11 years ago.
That tells you how long I've been around here for.
Guy and him are very, very good friends. I mean, Guy is actually a Blackstone-sponsored athlete. Mm-hmm. And him and Chris LeCompte and Guy, they used... Chris LeCompte. Yeah, he lives in Florida right now.
Oh, my
God. They used to come here. They used to train here. I'll tell you only my personal experience with PJ. PJ was nothing but respectful to me. Every time he came to the gym, he was always super, super nice, super, super respectful. And we haven't interacted lately, but based on what I heard from Guy, and I don't have any reason not to believe him, PJ has been, respectful to Guy. He's been... Again, I don't know, so don't quote me on that. Yeah. I'm going by what I heard from people that I do respect, and I'm going by what I've known from PJ from 10, 11 years ago. I can't really say anything bad about him. I can't, I heard, some rumors, obviously, just like everybody else.
Just rumors, yeah.
But again, if I don't have facts, and he hasn't done anything wrong by me, why should I talk shit about him? I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to respect what I can base my answer on, and I have nothing against PG. Aaron is a different story. Aaron I did interact with, and it was not a pleasant interaction. It wasn't pleasant at all. Some of the people from the industry who
Aaron Singerman, right?
Yes.
Aaron Singerman.
Some of the people from the industry who are, I mean, we all know this industry full of bitches. I mean,
yes.
That's just a fact. That talk shit behind his back to his face. They were like, hey, I could see the interaction on social media. My brother, I love you, my this, my that. But I personally did have to, I wouldn't call it pleasure, but the experience of briefly interacting indirectly with Aaron, and that experience was not pleasant. So if there is any beef or any issues between PJ and Aaron, I'm gonna from my experience, I'm gonna side with PJ, just based on what I saw and what I know. So as for the case, I just hope that that the judge, well, not they, PJ again, him I like,
right,
that he is judged fairly, and I hope that if he did something wrong, I really hope that he learned his lesson, and I wish him nothing but the best. I have nothing negative to say about him. About Aaron, I have a lot of negative things to say, even on a small interaction, but I don't want to waste this space on Aaron Singerman. Right. So, I don't care.
You don't want to give him that time.
Yeah, I don't care.
You don't want to give him that exposure, that time.
But I hope everything works out for PJ. I have nothing negative to say about him.
All right, very good. Here's another one. Sean Clarita. What do you think about Sean Clarita getting fired from Raw? And how Price Power broke the news, making it seem like he deserved to be fired, and taking their side, taking Raw's side. What do you think about all that?
When a whore is getting paid by the master to continue getting paid, the whore is going to do whatever the master says, or at least even if the master doesn't say, the whore is going to try her best to please the master, and I think that's who Price Plow are. They have been the industry's prostitutes for a longest time. The first edition of this that we've done, I think I called them the cancer to the industry.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I'm still going to stick to that. But now they a whore with cancer.
Check out those previous 2 videos I put on the Heroic Vision the YouTube channel.
I think that Sean getting fired from the company that he represented, it's between Sean and the company that he represented. Mm-hmm. If they decided to let him go, it's their right to let him go for whatever reason. Right. Maybe he underperformed, maybe it was business decision, maybe they didn't like him, maybe there was a dispute. At the end of the day, I don't know, neither do you. But he was let go. If he was beneficial to the company, I don't think they would let him go. Mm-hmm. But again, I could be wrong. I don't have the facts. What I do know is that Sean is no longer with them, and you have to respect the athlete. You have to respect him. The company didn't release no statement as far as I know. Sean was actually, as far as I know, was very, very respectful. Yeah. He said he's no longer with them. I didn't see him saying anything negative about the company. Sometimes you'll see those guys who were fired, let go, parted ways, whatever you want to call it, and they very, very bitter and they're disrespectful and they talk shit. Sean didn't do any of that. He didn't do any of that. As far as I know, neither did Raw. So the only negativity that came from Price Plow, and I think Nick Trigili called him out, and rightfully so. Well, I actually messaged Nick, and I can, congratulated him on his success, because I think at least he's not afraid to tell the truth, right, which is extremely important. But what they did, and later on, if you fucked up, at least own it. They took, I think, the post down or the comment down about it, but they commented basically taking Raw's side, just like you said, and in my opinion, they disrespected Sean. Funny enough, I remember seeing Ben Kane being very, very friendly with Sean Clarida, I believe, last year at the Irish Nutrition Party. So if you're friendly with somebody and you're friends with somebody, why would you throw them under the bus? Why would you be so disrespectful? Yeah. Why would you interfere in business that has nothing to do with you? You're saying that you're collaborating with, with various companies. So collaborate. What is it? How is it your business to go and spread rumors? How is it your business to go and badmouth an accomplished athlete, a respected athlete? Why would you do that? That just goes to show, once a piece of shit, always a piece of shit, and things won't change. Unfortunately, it's part of the industry. Sometimes I'm so disgusted by it that, even ashamed to being part of it, because sometimes I'm dragged into conversations and statements that I am, not that I regret making them, I'm ashamed making them, because I am part of it too. And then I kind of get myself together and realize we're doing great, we keep growing, we're delivering great supplements, and at the same time, it's probably this shit happens in every industry, so why should I bitch and complain? I'm just gonna fucking attack them, and I'm gonna enjoy it, because up until now nobody has attacked them. Everybody was taking it on the chin because they were afraid. What is this company's gonna say? What is that company's gonna say? What is Price Plow gonna say? The truth is, Price Plow, Fitness Informant, they all businesses that generating business from very often false advertising, glorifying brands that don't deserve it. I understand when you're writing something like a content or something like that and highlighting something, that is fine by me. Yeah. You're getting paid, that is fine by me. But when you promote 5 or 6 companies, because those are the only 5, 6 companies that are paying you, completely neglecting that there is thousands of other companies, or you're neglecting the good ones just because they can't afford you or choose not to pay you because you're a lying piece of shit, then it's a problem. I'll be more than happy to face any one of those channels, anyone, in a live debate on any platform whatsoever, anyone, any of those brands that are paying, because one brand in particular that have been getting on my nerves, I'm not going to say who it is yet, but somebody
who do you think, guys,
who's been saying that he would never pay for content, especially not work with those guys and stuff like that, and now he's just like fucking best friends. I don't like two-face. I don't like I don't like hypocrites. And what's on my side? Facts are on my side. Text messages are on my side. Proof is on my side. I don't think they want to piss me off. But in terms of what Price Plow did to Sean Clarita, it's absolutely disgusting. It's disgusting. It's unacceptable. And you know what? Sean is a much better person than I am. Because if they did that to me, there would be consequences.
Jesus Christ. This is our third segment together?
Yeah.
You know there's going to be probably a segment 4, 5, 6. It's never going to end. This is why people keep having us come back and reunite for these honest, raw
Yeah, and if any
opinions.
of the brands or any of the channels, decide to challenge me or want to have one-on-one on this platform, on their platform, I'll be more than happy to. I don't sugarcoat. I'm not going to go behind anyone's back. I'll just say it. But, if I'm wrong, I'll apologize. I'll have absolutely no problem apologizing. But, yeah, you know what? Face me.
Gloves are off, fellas. You want some? Come get some. Holy shit. All right, let's go. Whew. This is some good stuff, man. All right. We already know how you feel about supplement review channels. Has anything changed? Your opinion, views?
No, some of them are still
the same.
2 or 3 that are decent,
stagnant,
and the rest
kind
are
of,
just as shitty as they used to be. There's no changes. Nobody's changing. Well, there are some changes because I've seen some changes that have been taking place. Like I can see, we just talked today with Robert and Shane about the fact that the Final Scoop is getting more and more popular, and people that are commenting and people that are reaching out to us and listening to us, they clearly respect what we have to say. And I'm extremely happy about it. It seems like, what we are doing is not for nothing. And I'm proud of the fact that we are most likely the only channel, the only, real podcast that are not afraid to call out bullshit and say the truth. And I think we're getting respect for that. And I think that we should continue in exactly same manner and just continue on the same path of being honest. In terms of others, I would strongly advise those who are not playing by the rules to start kind of reevaluating the way they do things, because I'm hopeful that I'm not going to be the only one who's doing this, but I'm hopeful that there's going to be more companies who are going to stand up to bullying and going to stand up to injustice that's been happening in this industry. We work, especially the smaller companies, extremely hard to bring the best, and I mean the best. We don't have the same money, we don't have the same power as the bigger companies, but we work our asses off. Yeah. I can tell you this wholeheartedly. I haven't made any money this year. I haven't. You know why? Because I was putting everything into growing this company, into delivering the absolute best products, because I gave my word that we will be undisputably brand of the year. And I think I delivered. Whether they give me the fucking award or not, I fucking deserve it. It is mine.
If you don't get brand of the year this year, it's going to be a bunch of bullshit. And I think a lot of people who stand behind my opinion are going to call out these other channels when they give it to when they want to give it to somebody else.
You know what? They can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay a dime for it. Not a fucking dime. I don't mind paying for content. If you can explain, I'm paying Robert Chinetsky for content.
Right.
I'm proud of it. He's a friend of mine, but I'm paying him for content. I'm not paying him to lie. I'm not paying him to do that. He needs to make a living.
Right.
But you know what? I'm not going to pay a fucking dime to win a brand of the year or any award. It's just not going to happen. I earned that fucking right, and I'm going to be proud of it. Participation medals, fake awards, and all that, that's not my style, and you know me.
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Next question. Okay, what about bodybuilding channels like Fuad Abia, Dave Palumbo, Dennis James? Do you watch any of them? You like any of those?
Sometimes.
Nick Trigilli, yeah.
Sometimes I'll watch Nick Strength and Power. Sometimes. Palumbo, I mean, not really, because I'm sick and tired of the fact that he will find an excuse to promote fiber lies and omega lies and whatever lies with each and every topic. When a bodybuilder dies, he still promotes these fiber lies or omega lies, making...
It's got to be snuck in there somehow.
Yeah, I just don't enjoy it. Dave is very, very knowledgeable, and I'll go on record and say I learned a lot from him. I think that at one point we were even friends. I believe we haven't talked in a while, that we have a friendly relationship.
I've learned a lot from him as well,
Yeah,
he used to come here a long time ago.
I mean, he lives in Florida right now. I have nothing but, respect for his accomplishment in terms of, like, what he's accomplished as a coach, a trainer. I mean, don't agree with everything that he does, but it's irrelevant completely. Every trainer does things differently. But the thing is that I just his style is just not exactly my favorite. So I'll catch it once in a blue moon, but not really. Fuad, I just get information from Lucas, so it saves me time. I think he watches everything. I mean, from what I understand, it's good. But to be honest with you, I watched maybe 5 minutes in total ever. Nick Trigili, however, I'm a fan. I'm really a fan, and I highly recommend that channel. Actually, I
haven't really watched much of it, but I've been hearing
lately. I've been watching like every opportunity, especially when I do like cardio in the morning or something like that. I'll watch it.
Really?
It's typically like 10-15 minute segments, so they're not overly long, and he goes straight to the point, and he doesn't hold back.
Right.
I mean, I hope that he continues in exactly the same manner. I have, nothing but respect for what he does at the moment, and if he continues the way he does, I'll only endorse and recommend his channel, because I think he's doing something good, especially the way he called out Price Plow. That was music to my ears.
Well, we're near the end here. Last question. Since last year, you said Palm will be huge in 2021, and you basically delivered big time. Big time. You guys all know. If you do win Band of the Year, will you go for, number 2 in next year? What's the plan?
Winning it officially and deserving is two different things. I fully believe, if it's fair, that without a shadow of a doubt, I deserve it. Will I get it? Again, I don't know. But next year, I just want to concentrate on expanding, maybe not in such aggressive way, because it took a toll on me. I mean, really, it took a toll on me. And I'm not talking just financially and time-wise and all that, but I had to neglect, overlook a lot of things that are kind of important to me, and I don't want to relax, because I think that you cannot slow down when there is progress, and right now there is progress. We're expanding to other countries, other markets, and we're building. I think that we just need to kind of polish that with all the new products and everything else. We're still going to continue with reformulations, just like we always did. If something is not broken, I don't see a reason to change it. So we're going to continue in the same path, but I don't have a goal to win it or to make a statement second year in a row. I'm not saying that I want, but I just have another goal, another project that I'm very, very passionate about, that I'm not willing to reveal it right now. And I want to concentrate on that and give it 100% attention, just like I gave to this craziness this year with supplements.
Right.
And if I give it 100%, I cannot devote time to both as much.
Right.
And again, I don't want people to think that I'm going to slow down, or Palms now is going to slow down. We're still working on expanding. We're looking at growing and just continue. For me, it was never about financial reward only, even though it's important, of course. For me, it was always about, passion, about drive, and being successful, and just accomplishing goals and setting an example for my daughter, because, our kids are obviously the most important part of our lives. And,
Absolutely.
If I can do it, then I'm setting an example that she can do it too. No, you know what? I want to be a Dexter Jackson. I want to win it once. And then if I win it twice, great. I'm going to work just as hard. It's just that I need to focus on other things too.
That was, you know what? This is a great series of questions, man. I said there was a ton more that everyone sent in.
Next time.
Segment number 4. That pretty much wraps up all the questions until next time, right?
Thanks a lot, Alan.
Next time, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, guys.
We'll see you soon. And, guys, have a good one.